Nisam Buluvinak and welcome back to Radio Pacific 89.4 FM. Love your culture. You tune in to Level Up with your boy Danny and
Navi.
We have a very, very special guest today. His name is Krishneel Nand. Did I say that correctly, sir?
Yeah, that's
Yes. Would you care to just introduce yourself and what are you currently doing?
Oh, all right. Well, I my profession is in GIS and communications, but like one of my biggest hobbies is like video games. I collect obsessively and I consume media at an alarming rate. So yeah, looking forward to having this like huge conversation about media, video games, and everything else.
Yeah, it's just like a broad thought.
Yeah, we're really excited to have you.
Mhm.
We've been actually looking forward to this interview for a while. To someone, a collector especially.
And like in
Which is
Fiji,
common in Fiji.
Fiji,
right?
exactly, yeah. And like, Dan Fiji, right? Like you and Dan Fiji are bringing this gaming thing to Fiji. Like people, when you say, "Oh, I'm a gamer," people think small kids are like looking at videos and like seeing the overseas people playing games for a living. And here in Fiji, we don't have that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and then Dan Fiji comes along and he gets paid to play PUBG. Yeah, and then we have you, a big collector of games. Yeah, and it's a very good opportunity for us gamers to have an interview with you.
It's very cool to see like the gaming landscape growing here.
Yeah.
But I feel like the general idea of gaming in Fiji is like, oh, you got a new console, sell off the old stuff, get a new one.
Yeah.
It keeps on going around
Like that.
Yeah.
All right.
So let's start with our first few questions.
Okay. So my first question is, when and why did you start your collection?
Oh man.
You can take
So like this current version of the collection I have right now,
Yeah.
it started maybe pre-COVID, just a few years back. I grew up gaming on like Famicom clones and those old 1,000 games in one cartridges.
Yeah.
Those really, really shitty ones. Yeah. So I played that, and then when I grew a bit older, I had my own collections. But somewhere along the line, I actually sold it all off. I had a huge Nintendo 64 collection.
Oh.
Wow.
Yeah, which I regret selling because I sold it for like $70.
Oh.
Yeah. So few years back, just before COVID, I was in a secondhand store, and I came across a GameCube.
Yeah.
The purple one. Yeah,
It's a Nintendo.
yeah, it's a Nintendo. It's their 6th generation console.
Yeah.
So it competed with like the PS2, Xbox, and Dreamcast. So I got that with the Game Boy player, and at that point in time, I had like a PS3 and PS4.
Yeah.
So I was like, man, I want to get back into it.
Let's get it.
So I obsessively looked, and I got some really cool deals, and just kept on collecting. Once I came across a deal. So some guy was selling some games, and I saw like a suitcase full of games.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, I won that Xbox console.
Yeah.
So this guy took me to this really shady like neighborhood.
Yeah.
I was like, man, I'm gonna get mugged or something like that. But when he got there, he opens up this giant suitcase. It has like 5 PS1s, a GameCube, Nintendo Wii and Xbox, and bunch of controllers. Man, that was like easily one of the best deals of my life. It was super cheap, and I got a ton of stuff.
Wow.
Yeah, so
great find.
Yeah, great find. And then generally I like thrifting.
Yeah.
So before collecting video games, I used to do like book collections and random stuff, interesting items. So when I started thrifting, I started seeing a lot more stuff.
Yeah.
Especially technology-based stuff. I like looking for retro tech. And it really fed into my hobby of like going around to stores and looking at stuff that they're selling for cheap.
So,
second question. If you could remember, what was the first ever, like, not like a huge item, but something which almost everyone, even the public, would know you collected? Like, which wasn't that common at that time, but now when you see it, it was a big thing when you found it, but you didn't.
Man.
Like, for example, a Pokemon card, but like back then, some people might not have known.
Actually, yeah. One of my early thrifting finds, this is back when I was in high school. So, you mentioned cards. So I found like 2 decks of Yu-Gi-Oh cards,
Oh,
and they had like I forgot what's called. You know, basically the Egyptian god cards,
yeah.
the 5 sets with the limbs and head.
Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
had the set and with the case, and it was really cool.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and nobody really knew about it, and I got it for like 50 cents.
Oh wow.
Even like if you see one of the pictures I sent you guys,
Yeah.
it was like a Jedi holocron.
Oh, yeah, yeah, I
yeah.
saw,
A
yeah.
Jedi
book.
holocron. That will cost me 50 cents as well.
Wow.
Wow.
A ton of stuff. Rick and Morty's portal gun.
Portal gun.
Yeah.
$1.
That is wow.
Wow.
Yeah.
As soon as I saw it, I'm like, oh my god.
A lot of times, these colorful video game items
Yeah.
usually are sort of thrown into the kids section.
Yeah, they
Hmm.
actually
They
don't
don't
know
care.
what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, another recent one which I found was so I found a Nintendo Entertainment System.
Oh.
I had one
Yeah.
already, but I found one in bargain box actually. So what a mate of mine wanted it, so I went and asked. It came with 2 games, 2 controllers, and all the codes. $25.
Wow.
And it works.
Wow.
It works completely. I tested it
Wow.
out, cleaned it out,
Nice.
and just a week ago I found a Sega Mega Drive 2.
Oh.
That was just the console itself, but it was $10. So why not?
Yeah, why not,
Honestly, why
exactly.
not? Man.
All right.
Yeah.
Moving on. How did you get into gaming?
Gaming. Man, to be honest, it's those old Famicom clothes
Oh, yeah.
which they sold back in the day. So like it had like what Duck Hunt and like
Mario
and
yeah.
Tetris,
Those are the
Ice
classics.
Climber and all that stuff. That's actually what was like really got me into it.
Hmm.
Everyone back in the day were looking for that cartridge
Yeah,
games.
those cartridges.
Yeah.
I still am because I have one of my Famicom clones
Yeah.
from back in the day at home. I'm looking for those 1001 cards.
Cards.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah, those
yeah.
ones.
You don't really come across that anymore.
Yeah, exactly.
So that was like a big one. But before that, I even used to like play because we had a old Windows 95 PC at our place
Hmm.
when I was like what 4 or 5. And then I figured out a way like how to play games on it. So back then we had floppy based games. It was like mind blowing because a lot of games were really cool, but there were also like some really interesting text based games. So you'd be like, oh, type in your response and like, oh, do this action, and then the story goes on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like giving it a code
Yeah, basically you're
Oh.
giving it like you're the character and you're instructing your character to
to
do
do.
like turn left, move forward, or interact with the key or things like that.
It's like
Yeah.
what we used to do in computer class. Scratch. No, scrap.
I didn't take computer.
But yeah, it was this a coding system. I think it was C++, and then we used to give instructions for it to go straight this many steps and then move left.
Mhm.
So it's similar to like what you're talking about, and like so yeah, I cannot relate because I think your knowledge might exceed my understanding, but yeah, that is a find. Anyways, so another question is how like what was your recent find and like how long was this you found?
Your most recent.
Yeah.
You wanna see the most recent one
Yeah.
right now? Yeah, this. It's a Star Fox starter pack for Battle for Atlas.
Is that $25?
Yes, it's $25.
I just saw the price. I'm like, okay.
It's
And
at
that's
the bulk.
in box.
It's at the bulk. So my partner, my
Yeah.
kids just went out. They want to look around, and they sent me this picture. And like, yeah, I'm like, totally get it.
Wow.
Wait, this was for your kids or for you?
Not for me.
Well, of course.
Hey.
Yeah. So like, that's a super cool find.
Hmm.
It's actually Battle for Atlas is actually a pretty cool game too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's in the line of Legend of Zelda and
Yeah, like Battle for Atlas also came out like digitally.
yeah.
So it's like a Skylanders type game. You have toys
Oh.
and then you have like your characters unlocked.
Yeah, okay. All right, moving on. What is are there any rare items in your collection?
Rare. Okay, let me check. So I actually have my items in a database. So it's something called price charting.
Oh,
So it gives me
yeah.
the value and rarity and how much they cost. So let me
Hmm.
check the most expensive item. So most of the time it's the hardware, right?
Yeah.
It's the console itself. So like my PlayStation 5, the SNES Mini I have a special edition 2DS Pokemon version, so it's like clear, like those 90s toys. But on the games itself, I have a lot of like rare PS3 games. So I really got into PS3 collecting a few years back, and I picked up some really rare titles. One of them is like Folklore.
Oh,
Folklore.
yeah.
Yeah, it's uncommon. It didn't sell very well, but I got it for cheap here in Fiji. Somebody was selling it.
Wow.
And pick up for sure. So let me see what's the most expensive game I actually have. So would you believe Spider-Man Web of Shadows is one of the more expensive games I have? So
So that's for PS3?
yeah, PS3. So when Spider-Man No Way Home was coming out,
Yeah.
all Spider-Man games, all PS3 Spider-Man games sort of like shot up.
Yeah, everyone wanted to play.
So I found Shattered Dimensions and Web of Shadows locally, and they were the most expensive ones. But I found it for pretty cheap because Fiji prices almost always doesn't reflect
Yeah.
online prices.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, like, it's a good thing and a bad thing because you get the more expensive item for cheap,
Yeah.
but some dirt cheap items go for too much here.
Yeah. That's just weird.
Yeah, and another expensive one on this is like a valuable one is almost $100 USD is God of War Collection Volume 2.
Oh.
Wow.
Yeah.
How recent was this?
So God of War Collection Volume 2 is a PS3
3
release.
game.
So when the PS3 came out, they basically ported every God of War game on it.
Wow.
You have Collection Volume 1, which is like the PS2 games from 1 and 2.
Yeah.
And then the God of War Collection 2 is the PSP games.
Yeah.
And then you have 3
the
and you have Ascension.
Chain of Olympus and
Ghost of Sparta.
Ghost of Sparta, yeah.
Yeah. So basically, if you want to play God of War, PS3 has all the games on it.
On it, yeah.
Even
Yeah.
like, yeah.
Because back in the day when PS1 was there and then God of War came out, everyone freaking loved God of War.
Oh, God of War is huge.
Huge.
Especially coming out on the back end of the PS2's life.
Yeah.
Because when God of War came out, it was just about, or the PS3 had just come out.
Came out, yeah.
Because it was 2005.
Yeah, and
So PS3 just got announced.
yeah, and 2008 PS3 came out, yeah?
Yeah.
I think 08 or 09?
06, I think.
06. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. It came out. It was a huge disaster.
Yeah. And then they said, what about let's release all the God of War games here? And then it...
PS3 had a huge remaster collection thing, so
Yeah.
I actually have a bunch of them. I have the Prince of Persia trilogy, so they remastered all of that.
I have Prince of Persia trilogy in my PSP.
Ah, yeah.
Yeah.
That's also an expensive game.
Yeah. My cousin, he was from New Zealand. He had it. He said he bought it from a shady place, and then he got it for like $25, and then he played it, and then he gave his PSP to me.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, and I still have it.
Oh man.
I think I've only played that once, but I think it was like it gave me Aladdin version vibe.
Like something like that.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a cool game. Absolutely, it's very cool. It is like, it's one of the first games to do like the time mechanic.
Oh,
Where you,
honestly,
like, you know,
yeah.
take back
You can
time.
reverse.
Yeah.
And it was very cool. And I actually like there's one which came out on PS3 back in 2008 or 2009. It has the guy who voices Nathan Drake as the prince.
Oh,
And
yeah.
it's a really fun game. It's cel shaded. It looks cool. It has a great design. A lot of people complained about it being too easy because you cannot die in that game.
Yeah, exactly.
You cannot.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
As soon as you fall down a canyon, there's like this AI partner basically who pulls you up.
Up.
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah, it's like a Prince of Persia, very cool franchise, but dead.
Yeah,
It
could have remastered or at least continued the franchise, but
But that's the thing. The people were too fed up of playing Prince of Persia back in the day. There was not a lot.
Well, the thing is, the issue with Prince of Persia, what happened was, so Ubisoft being the company it is,
Yeah.
they released Assassin's Creed.
And
Ah,
then,
in
And
the
they're
States.
like, okay, we
Okay.
can't have two games who are basically the same thing running
Yeah.
around. Because there was supposed to be a pretty awesome Prince of Persia game coming out soon. Well, not soon. It got cancelled. And it leaked online. And man, it looked great.
Oh, then they just canceled it just
Yeah.
because it was leaked.
Yeah, just because it was too similar to Assassin's
Assassin's
Creed.
Creed.
Uh, I-
Why Ubisoft? Why?
But I'm not actually sure with this information, but is it true that GTA 6 they totally changed what got leaked?
No, actually, what got leaked is the development version.
Mhm.
It's still on. It was just all the codes and stuff.
Hmm.
The actual game was not leaked.
Yeah, so
Ah,
if the development version leaked, it could easily be a development version from like 2 years back.
Yeah,
Ah,
it could be a very old development.
okay.
Yeah,
Nah, I was just running to IG and then it popped up. I'm like, wait, is this?
yeah. It did got leaked, but
Hmm.
it was the development version.
I mean,
and
it's
it was very late, early stages of game development.
Hmm.
Yeah, I mean, like changing the whole game would be like a daunting task.
Yeah, I actually, I watched all the leaks that
Oh,
came
did
out.
you?
Yes, I did.
How is it
Did.
actually? I didn't get around to it.
Well, development stage being
What it is, yeah.
what it is. But the game looked pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Did you know that the police officers now remember your plates
Oh wow!
and the car model that you have and what you are wearing?
Okay,
that's pretty
that is
sick.
an upgrade.
Yeah. And you just cannot like lose you have to be really, and they're female cops now.
Oh yeah, that's the thing that was
But
around.
there was a very very limit number of female cops in GTA 5.
Hmm.
When they brought up GTA Online, then there were a little bit you could hear in the chatter,
Yeah.
like in the radio dispatch. But in here, you can actually see the females shooting at you,
Okay,
female
okay.
cops shooting
That's
at you.
cool. That's cool.
Yeah, that's really cool.
Not bad.
Oh, not bad. Yeah.
Yeah. And there was one thing I saw when you shoot a cop and the partner drags the cop away.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that. That's really
Oh, man.
interesting. Yeah, and the what is this? The when you hold up a store and the owner remembers your face.
Oh wow.
The description he
So
remembers.
if you walk back in, like
Yeah, they will know. So the robberies are very well thought out. They are really planned. You can't just go into like in GTA 5, just hold the gun and he goes like, "You take all the money, don't shoot me." Yeah, and gives you money and you just walk out without mask or anything.
Hmm.
Yeah.
No,
And
it's
you
a
have
well
you when you go into the store with the mask, so there's a short period of time when you don't get the wanted level, and then you have a chance to escape
oh,
with the mask on.
Hmm.
So
Wow.
yeah, it's really thought of and really detailed.
when do you think it'll come out?
Oh man! Well, people will stop hacking it, then we will get it. Because I play GTA Online like the heart of it.
Mhm.
I really love GTA Online. Yeah, so it's a dream.
So
GTA
it's like
6
GTA 6 is now a training base for actual
robbery.
robbery.
Whoa. Yeah, a lot of lawsuits coming your way, Rockstar. A lot of lawsuits.
I mean, like that's not even new, but like, do you guys remember the movie Heat?
Yeah.
So they used that movie as a basis. Somebody in real life used that
Oh.
movie as a basis for a robbery because
Wow.
they did it so well in that movie. It was so realistic and so efficient.
Hmm.
It worked out in real life.
And they almost got away, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, they almost got away. And then one of the detectives like, are they doing the heat scene? And then they went to they watched the movie and saw how they escaped.
Hmm.
Yeah, and they went there. They planned it
that's
out
what
and
gave
went
it
there,
away.
and they were there. Like, you very smart, eh?
I actually had the same thing about I think the series Money Heist, is it?
Yeah, Money Heist.
How
Yeah.
did you?
Yeah, it's like in some place in overseas they also followed an episode of it.
Wow.
Like just one episode they did the exact same robbery, but I'm not sure they caught them or they were it's just brief news.
Pretty cool though.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
The things people can make out of
Yeah,
just
do for
movies
money.
and games.
All right. Moving on. Daniel.
Okay. So this is a build-up question.
Mhm.
So, what games have you played? And like, okay, so it's just a basic mobile.
Mhm.
If you want to put in PS1, Nintendo, PSP.
Okay, I'll pick out like a favorite from
Okay, yeah,
each.
favorite from each.
Sure. So like, oh man. So the most recent mobile game I've been playing a lot.
Yeah.
It's very addictive and I really enjoy it. Marvel Snap.
Oh yeah.
It is so
Yeah.
cool and like
No
way
offense,
better
it-
than I expected it to
yeah.
be.
Honestly,
It's a very fun. It's like because I really was into Hearthstone a while back and I play card games
Hmm.
and that really kicks ass.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've come across that game too. It sort of gave me the Injustice vibe, but then when I got into it, it's like a bit more different.
Yeah,
and
it's a straight
yeah.
up card game. Yeah, and it's very simple and easy to understand. Like
Yeah.
you have cards in your deck, and like basically your attack power should be more than your opponents, and you need to. There's 3 different arenas,
Yeah.
and you need to win 2 out of 3.
Hmm.
It's easy, it's simple, it's fun, it's short. It doesn't take too much time.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, that's for mobile recently. For PS1, man, you know what? One of my like which I actually played last night. I was
Oh.
on the PS1 last night. And I played quite a bit of growing up, and I loved it. Spider-Man, PS1 Spider-Man. It came out in
classic.
2000.
Yeah.
Very cool. Like I love the PS4 Spider-Man,
Yeah.
Hmm.
but I like this more.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
Honestly,
cannot compete with that one.
Yeah, we grew up with that, so we can't
Yeah.
deny that.
So
no.
it was like developed by Neversoft. These are
Yeah.
the same guys I think who did the Tony Hawk's Pro Skater game.
Yeah. Oh,
yeah.
yeah. The skater
Yeah.
game.
Yeah. So that's my pick for PS1. PS2. What did I play so much of on PS2?
You gotta say Gran Turismo, bro.
I like those games. And I spend like one of my most played games on the PS5 is Gran Turismo 7.
Yeah.
But man, PS2. I'm like a huge fan of the Ratchet and Clank series.
Oh.
And I spend so much time on those. Yeah. It's like as in general, my pick for PS2 is the Ratchet and Clank series.
I mean, honestly,
I-
I prefer the PS2 version than the ones they release.
Released now?
Yeah.
Man, have you but the PS5 version is like
I haven't played the PS5.
I played. I played in PS2. I played the Ratchet and Clank when Ratchet meets Clank.
oh the first one.
The
Yeah.
first. That's the
Yeah.
first one,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
Hmm.
They did a remake for that on PS4.
Oh yeah.
But it doesn't I mean the gameplay was like stellar.
yeah.
But the story and cutscenes they were sort of trying to tie it in with a movie. There's a
Oh.
Ratchet and Clank movie when that game came out back in
Yeah,
2016.
I have missed the movie. Oh my god!
It's-
I need
it's-
to
it's not
list
good.
it. Oh,
So-
okay.
Yeah, that's why you missed it. Yeah. You know, when I was a kid, when I was playing my PS2, I did not have a memory card.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
neither did
same,
I, man.
same.
For a while I didn't.
So the Ratchet and Clank was one of the first games I had. It was actually my sister's game.
Yeah.
The console, and one of my cousins that stayed around the neighborhood, he gave the Ratchet and Clank, and we every Saturday and Sunday, like restart the game. Yeah.
yeah,
There
was one struggle of
there was a part
PS2.
that you get to meet the hero, the big one.
oh,
the green
Captain
one.
Quark.
Yeah, and you had to have this much balls to actually
Oh,
open
yeah.
the door to get that.
You have to buy it off him, yeah.
Yeah, and I never passed that part. I never passed. I never finished that game
Oh man.
just because I never had the memory card.
Yeah,
that
I
was
actually
one
actually played God of War 1 without a memory card as well, and my PS2
Ooh.
was on all the time.
All the time.
The only
then
way to save
fry
our
your
memory.
egg.
Ah. So like cool thing, I think Metal Gear Solid 3.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
Metal Gear,
So that had a cool thing. So like you're supposed to I forgot which one because like a bunch of bosses, right? One of them is a pretty old guy, and if you leave your PS1, a PS2 on for like what 36 hours or something like
Yeah.
that,
Hmm.
the guy just dies.
Oh, there was
Yeah,
a.
so you don't have to fight him.
I've actually come across a lot of hacks like on TikTok and Instagram, like all those videos, and saying like if there is a boss mission and you just don't do anything for like after this many hours, it'll just die.
Yeah,
And like I'm like,
but that was a specific
Oh.
gameplay mechanic for Metal Gear Solid because Metal Gear Solid 1 also had a weird mechanic
hmm.
because when you're fighting the boss Psycho Mantis,
Yeah.
the only way you can beat him is take out your controller from player 1, put it in player 2, and then beat him. Otherwise, you can't beat him at all. And nobody really knew this.
Oh.
Yeah, there were a lot of PS2 hacks back in the day.
Well, wow,
Yeah,
I did not
I
know
think
that.
for my PS2 pick, it's like easily Ratchet and Clank.
Hmm. No
But
doubt.
PS3 though, PS3 had a. This is a phrase which I've come across online, and the PS3 and Xbox 360 generation.
Yeah.
It's like one of the most favorite things ever. Like they're just
Yeah,
cool video games,
yeah,
no
PS3,
realism, and
yeah.
it's like very interesting. One of my favorite ones. It had like kind of shit optimization and gameplay, but it was such a fun game, Asura's Wrath. So basically, you play like this general, superpowered general of this like giant godly race,
Yeah.
Oh.
and basically, it's like Dragon Ball. It is structured like a shonen anime,
Hmm.
and giant fights, quick time events. It is a very visually pleasing game and
Yeah.
like a fun game to play. I love the story for it.
Oh.
That is one of them I liked. What else did I play a lot of on the PS3? Yeah, the God of War games, most of the exclusives. But the most time spent on the PS3, I'd say would be on man. Nothing really stands out in that generation for me.
Exactly.
Weird. Actually, yeah, one does. I played a lot of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure All Star Battle Royale, All Star Battle. So the PS5, currently in this generation, we have gotten a remaster for that.
Yeah.
But man, that game was sick, and I played so much of it. And like me and my friends would always play that game, and that game has turned out to be pretty rare now
Yeah.
Yeah.
because it didn't sell a lot. It came out in 2013 when the PS4 came out.
So it kind of
Yeah.
got hidden.
Yeah, I played that on the PS3 a lot. I played Persona 5 quite a bit on on my PS3 as well. Yeah, but my favorite game on the PS3 I'd say would be JoJo's Bizarre Adventure All Star Battle.
Nice.
I know, uncommon game.
Yeah, very.
I mean,
not-
I haven't heard of
No
it.
one's
but
really heard of it yet.
Yeah.
On the PS4 though, PS4 is a great library.
Very.
They're very huge, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I-
And the new subscription system for
Oh yeah, I have that. It's great. It's
yeah,
Netflix
it's
for
really
games.
great.
Hmm.
The premium one, you get about 180 free games, and very exclusive and very rare games every month.
Oh.
Oh my god.
Like so like premium is okay because it comes with retro classics.
Yeah.
Hmm.
But it's not it's not very big as a library. Extra is the best one. It's the middle tier, right?
Yeah.
So in that one you get basically like 200 games.
Oh.
Pick any, play any. So on that, they have like pretty new PS5 games, or most of the PS5 games, like
Huh.
Returnal, Stray came
Stray.
out day
Oh,
one
yeah.
on that.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, day one on that.
Nice.
What else was there? Like the new Uncharted remasters and Assassin's Creed Valhalla, all of them were there. But in this month's update, you get Horizon Forbidden West. That's 3 months after release. You get it for like basically in part of your subscription.
Wow.
Free.
Yeah. It works pretty well, just like Game Pass.
Mm.
Game Pass is pretty good too. I have
Yeah.
that as well. But yeah, if you have like a PlayStation 4 or 5, like I feel like PlayStation Extra
Yeah.
is a must.
Yeah. Exactly.
Is a must.
Hmm.
Yeah, for PS4, I think by default, my favorite game on that console, because I played so much of, was the 2018 God of War.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that game was like,
Masterpiece.
Hmm. I saw your PS4. It was the white one, eh?
yeah,
It looks
Glacier.
neat.
Yeah.
It looks neat.
That's a PS4 Pro.
Yeah, the Pro. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Oh yeah, I was gonna mod it, but unfortunately, I
You-
had.
You know, I almost sold my kidney for my PS4. So during the holidays, before 2023, we had a power surge at our house,
Oh man.
and my power system got
Oh,
yeah. But unfortunately, I left it like in the power system for a couple of days, and I was praying to God, and it just kickstarted. For a few days, I had to leave it on the power and the
Right.
power on, and then left it, and then for a few weeks after that, and then it's just normal.
your PS4 heard your prayers, man.
Yeah, my girlfriend was so excited because whenever I talked to her, I was on the piece. You should marry your PlayStation, man. Like, and when I told you, I was like all sad and really happy and everything. Like, finally, attention. And then it kickstarted. Like, I don't like you anymore.
I,
Yeah.
I think the similar thing happened to me, like when the power surge went, but it
Oh,
turned off. I didn't know I wasn't supposed to plug it off and plug it out and those things. So I tried to plug it out, plug it back in, tried to on it. It like started it on, but it offed
the
again.
worst nightmare happened to him.
Yeah,
His progress.
Oh, yeah.
everything from my trophies from the past 3 years, everything.
That hurt.
Yeah, that's painful. I remember when I was playing Far Cry 3, that happened to me.
Yeah.
I was on PC, but for some reason my save file got corrupted.
Oh,
I just gave up. I was like, "Fuck it. I'm not gonna touch it. I'm not gonna touch it anymore.
the
Wow.
pain is like unbearable.
Yeah, I'm not gonna spend so much hours going back.
Again,
honestly, man.
Yeah.
And some of the trophies to get are just hard.
Mhm.
It's
Yeah,
like a rare thing. Like you won't even notice that. Oh, you did that.
You spend
like,
yeah.
so
oh.
much time.
Yeah, exactly.
Mm.
So yeah,
Yeah.
it was.
Have you played Skyrim?
Yeah. Ever since it's been out.
Yeah,
It's like what, 15 years?
In my PS4, I played Skyrim on PS3
Uh-huh.
at my elder brother's place
Uh-huh.
in New Zealand, and I fell in love. Oh my god! I actually almost deleted his progress trying to play my own, and he almost killed me. Relax, play on this account. Then a few later, I asked him to bring it, but he said he couldn't find it anywhere.
What?
Yeah, it was just sold out around New Zealand, and I'm like okay. And then during COVID, when we got that 360, I went and bought it. And I have 84% completion.
My God.
84. What do you call trophy completion on that game?
Well, you are very committed, my guy.
Yeah, no, I love Skyrim. Oh my god.
I don't think like I've played almost all of the Elder
Yeah,
Scroll
yeah.
games, but I don't think I've completed any of them because
Oh
I just
my.
get like distracted. There's so many different
So
things
many
to do.
different things to do, exactly. And then they brought in High Isles.
Mhm.
That looks so beautiful. I'm just waiting for the price to go down a little bit more and then buy it. I tried downloading Elder Scrolls Online Oblivion.
Oh man, Oblivion.
Yeah, and
Oblivion's
it's
pretty cool.
100 GB.
No,
It is. Yeah, it is.
Elder Scrolls Oblivion is like 8 gigs.
No, bro. I tried to do. I almost.
What?
Yeah, it is 100 gigs, bro.
Oh, you must be looking at online though.
Yeah, I think it's online.
No, because like Elder Scrolls Oblivion is an old game.
Then I think it's just online.
Online, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't even touch online with like a 100-foot pole because
Yeah.
they make you buy the game
Yeah.
and then they make you pay a monthly subscription.
Oh, okay.
So-
So lucky I did not install 100 gigs.
Yeah. I was like, they had the perfect formula to make an amazing online game,
Yeah.
but then they go shit like that.
Yeah.
'Cause,
and, break
Bethesda.
our hearts. Yeah.
Yeah, so like, man,
You have played Elder Scrolls 5, right?
yeah.
So I have a question.
Mhm.
Did you or did you not marry the princess, the vampire princess?
Oh no, I didn't.
I did. But I did it after I killed the entire.
The Brotherhood.
Yeah. I saved it. So they had this, like The Witcher, the Vanguard DLC. They had it.
Hmm.
So they hunt monsters, and it's a choice. Either you join them or join the vampires. So I saved that part where you get to choose. So I went with the Vanguard and killed everyone and married her name is Serena.
Yeah, I
something,
think so.
Yeah. And then I went back and played the other part, killing the Vanguard and joining the vampires. Yeah.
So you saved them to kill them again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I went back. I first did it because when you join the Vanguard, you get this hella cool crossbow.
Yeah.
The explosive with the explosive ammo.
Oh yeah, that's a really
yeah,
cool.
when you shoot the dwarf machines, their health just goes down. Yeah.
Yeah, man. Skyrim's an obsessively fun game. I used to play it on the PC,
Yeah.
so I had
Yeah,
access
a
to
lot of people. A lot of people played on the
I had
PC.
access to a lot of mods.
Yeah, exactly.
That's
Yeah.
how my time was spent
Yeah.
on Skyrim. Never playing the story, just
Mod
messing
it.
around with mods.
Did you ever speedrun it?
Oh no.
Nah. Oh.
The only game I must have speedrun was like Kingdom Hearts.
Oh yeah.
I finished that game in one sitting.
Hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. So okay, moving back to PlayStation 5. Yeah, actually. So
what about PSP?
oh, PSP. Man, PSP. I'd say like my top games are the God of War games.
Yeah. Chains of Olympus, the best.
Yeah, easily like the best playing game on the
Yeah.
system.
Hmm.
And for Vita, I'd say, what game did I play most of on that? Gravity Rush.
Oh
That's a very cool game.
yeah.
Very cool.
And it was exclusive to Vita, I think, right?
And then it got a remaster for the PS4.
Oh.
I found one here for like $20. It is actually a
Wow.
very expensive game.
Oh. Wow.
It is a rare game, an expensive game because it got released. Nobody really gave two shits about it.
Yeah.
And then it sort of like faded away into obscurity. But it's a
Mm.
very good game. And now
Yeah.
people are clamoring back like,
Like,
oh, I
yeah.
want to play this game.
Yeah.
But physically it's not available.
Yeah.
Luckily enough, Prouds had a ton of copies and they were selling it for cheap.
Cheap. Yeah. You go on buy games on at Prouds when they do not sell well, and they keep it on the shelves, and then
Oh,
they give it
man.
under the box.
When they have like their stock clearance, so like a mate of mine got those. So this PS Vita used its own proprietary memory cards.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
wasn't micro SD or anything. It was
Yeah.
special ones.
Hmm.
So they are still very expensive online. Proud was selling the 8 gig versions for $5 each just to get rid of it.
Wow.
Wow.
8K. Wow. Wow.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
That's the only thing bad about the PSP and the PS Vita. Without the memory card, you can't really do anything.
Especially if you have a first gen Vita,
Yeah.
it has no
I-
onboard memory at all.
I
Oh.
have the first gen PSP,
Oh yeah, even that.
and I lost the joystick,
What?
Oh, the cap on top.
the cap
Yeah,
on
yeah.
top,
Uh-huh.
and it made it so hard.
Yeah, it's like a basically you're on a like a stick.
Stick, yeah, yeah. I played Ghost Recon too.
Oh,
So much on that. The graphics were bad, but the gameplay was really good. The story was good.
old Ghost Recon is really good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I'm still looking for, but the Ghost Recon 2, I had it on PS2
Mhm.
and on PS3, but it my friend took it. I gave it to my friend and just never got it back. And then I told him that I gave you my game. Like, what? No, you lie, man.
Were you awake or was it a dream?
Yeah. So I never got it back, and because the Ghost Recon 2 on PS3 and the Ghost Recon 2 on PSP are two different games.
Mhm.
Oh.
Yeah, they're not the same
Yeah.
storyline.
That's back when like portable system games
Yeah.
were like completely different games,
Games,
from
yeah,
what's on the
because-
main consoles.
Because
Ah.
the
So you mean like different as in shorter or like whole different
different
Story.
story?
Oh.
Yeah.
Interesting.
A good example of that was, have you guys played Max Payne?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Max Payne on the Game Boy
Yeah.
is an isometric game. It's not like a shooter.
Shooter, yeah.
It is like shooter, but it looks like Diablo. It plays and looks like Diablo.
Oh, yeah.
And it's a
Yeah.
very cool game, and then I'm surprised they got so much into that,
Yeah.
but it like failed horribly.
Yeah. Did you know in PSP I had the King Kong the movie disc?
Oh, UMD
Is it
disc.
movie or the-
Yeah.
I have
Those.
it. I have it.
It's
movie.
It's a movie. So PSP
Movie.
used to have like a huge library of
Library
UMD.
of movie
Oh.
collections.
Yeah.
They had SWAT, the original SWAT.
So did you know, like, just to jump off that,
Hmm.
the Game Boy had like a movie collection. Thing
Yeah,
too.
yeah.
Yeah, so like on those Game Boy cartridges, they
yeah.
would put movies and
Movies.
episodes and like their SpongeBob episodes and things
So-
like that.
Within the game or it's like
Just
a separate
separate,
cartridge?
Separate, yeah.
Oh.
So you'd watch videos on your Game Boy
Ah.
in that tiny little.
Oh yeah, that would have been like cool though. Like just seeing how it
Yeah.
looks.
Uh,
Time before smartphones.
Honestly,
very-
man.
Yeah. What did I else have in PSP? I had Prince of Persia. I had Surfs Up.
Oh yeah.
I had all the GTA stories,
Oh, I
Vice
love
City
those.
stories, Liberty City stories, Chinatown.
I have Vice City and Liberty City. I'm looking for Chinatown.
I actually the
The disc fell out.
No, the
Oh, the little the
gray
magnet.
thing,
Yeah.
it fell.
Oh man, that's a shame.
Yeah, that's a very- I have Spider Man also.
Which one?
It just says Spider Man.
Is it like I'm guessing it's the movie one?
Yeah, it's the movie one.
Yeah.
It's the movie one.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the movie one.
I have that on the PS2. It's an interesting game. You could never I think walk on the streets in that game.
Yeah.
Or
You
to
just
keep
have
swinging?
no. You just had like the movie. It was
It's
just
a
the
building
movie.
tops.
Oh.
The movie, and then the movie scene will play, and when you have the action scene, and it goes to the action, and then you play that part. Yeah, but the movie graphics was too good.
It's pretty good. Yeah.
Yeah, the cutscenes of the movie. Yeah, it was really good.
I mean the PSP could really pump out some good graphics.
Good graphics. Yeah,
The God of War game on it was it looked just as good as the PS2 one.
yeah.
Oh,
So the whole pool of the PSP was as good as the PS2.
nice.
Did God of War the Chains of Olympus? Kratos had this a special move that was exclusive to PSP. I think.
Must have been, yeah. Yeah, because he had every game had a bunch of different weapons and skills which were just in that game.
Oh,
Yeah.
And then both of the God of War games on the PSP are prequels. So they take place before God
Before
of
the
War 1.
actual.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, this was pretty cool.
nice.
So all right. Moving on to PS5.
PS5. It's an easy one so far. It's like Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart
Yeah.
and God of War Ragnarok.
Ah,
Those two games are easily tied for my best ones.
nice.
I'm a very I play Gran Turismo a lot. I had 6 in PS3,
Mhm.
and then I bought Gran Turismo Sport
Mhm.
on PS4, and then now I have Gran Turismo 7.
What do you think of 7?
It is amazing. The only thing I hate is the constant updates that come out.
Oh yeah.
But
then,
apart from that,
But then I feel like Gran Turismo always had that since PS3 days. I remember
and another
6 had so many updates.
updates,
Yeah.
but I never updated it because my PS3 was just 500 MB. 500 GB.
GB.
How was it, MB?
MB, yeah. Oh, no.
Okay, he's like, okay, 5 minutes, set.
Yeah.
Play again.
And the other annoying thing for Gran Turismo 7 is the ability not to buy the exclusive cars. You need an invite.
Oh yeah.
I bought the Ferrari
Mhm.
that has the invite, both ones, the X and
Oh, the
FX.
concept one. Yeah.
and the concept one. No, the
Yeah.
concept one is not an invite.
Oh,
The other one, the 2020 version of Ferrari.
yeah, must be. I don't know.
Yeah, I bought that one when I got the update. I got the invite.
Oh man.
I played it. I got 3 million credits, and then I just.
Fucking hate their economy system.
Oh yeah, man!
It is the
It is so
worst.
It hurts when you change your tires and buy new parts for your car.
I do want to get a PSVR 2.
Oh,
It
for
is
that,
like-
for that game.
Yeah, it is
Honestly,
the
that'll be
best experience with the PSVR 2 and a steering
You
wheel
know,
set.
Yeah.
Would
Boy,
I
that
like
would be
they
actually-
have Lewis Hamilton involved in the Gran Turismo? I would love it if they had their separate F1 storyline,
Oh yeah.
because I'm a big fan of F1 Formula One. I love it.
But I don't think they'll ever do it
Yeah,
because
because
F1
is a separate
yeah,
game,
they hold
yeah.
the rights.
Hmm.
If they didn't, I'm sure Sony would have picked it up
Picked it,
ages
yeah.
ago.
Ah.
Okay, let's move on to Xbox.
I'm not a big
Yeah,
Xbox
he
player,
is.
but Halo is the best game ever.
I mean, Xbox, I'd say my favorite game on the original Xbox
Yeah.
is Splinter Cell.
Never
The original
I've heard
Splinter
of
Cell.
it.
You guys haven't heard of Splinter Cell?
Wait, I've heard of
No.
it.
This game
Yeah.
is like the granddaddy of stealth games. It is a Tom
Oh.
Clancy game.
Oh.
yes.
And it has oh man, the gameplay of that is so good. So to sneak in,
Yeah.
you have a light meter on the side of your screen.
Yeah.
So like you shoot lights
Lights
out,
out.
and you sneak around, and the whole objective of the game is you don't need to be caught. Yeah,
Hmm.
it's a very fun game, and it's like you really need to put thought.
Yeah, thought and patience into it. Yeah.
I've come across Splinter Cell, but it was a cracked version.
Yeah, sure.
But it was in the old, like when I had the monitor and the CPU.
Yeah, the
But
PC
so
ones.
it was like whole bunch of 50 games, and
Ah,
like Splinter Cell was a part of it. So
right.
I remember playing Splinter Cell there. There were tons of many other games. I'm actually now thinking, do I still have that? I might
So,
have to
like,
fix up the whole.
yeah,
PC.
Splinter Cell is another example of Ubisoft basically killing one of its great franchises,
Yeah.
like Prince of Persia and Splinter Cell. Splinter Cell was huge in the early 2000s, up till like maybe Xbox 360, PS3 days.
Yeah.
And then it sort of like vanished, and he has just appeared as an operator on Rainbow Six Siege, I think,
Mm.
recently.
Yeah.
There is supposed to be a remake of the first game coming out soon, but I don't know when.
Yeah. Now the Tom Clancy story games are just.
Yeah. I mean,
Look
it's
at
nothing
Wildlands
new
and
Oh, I
now,
hated
it's
Wildlands.
predictable.
Breakpoint.
Yeah, the original Ghost Recon was like so cool.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Oh my god.
Yeah, so like easily like the best game on the Xbox for me is like Splinter Cell.
Mhm.
And like just because it was like Microsoft based system, it was basically a
Yeah.
PC.
Hmm.
Off the shelf parts made into a PC.
Yeah.
It was the most powerful system in the sixth generation. That's why Splinter Cell worked on that.
Yeah.
And on GameCube and PS2, Splinter Cell is a completely different game. So yeah. And Max Payne as well. Max Payne
Yeah,
is
Max-
completely moves differently and behaves differently on the original Xbox
Yeah.
Hmm.
versus PS2 and GameCube. No, it's not even on GameCube, I think. Yeah.
Hmm.
It's for 360. I haven't really played much of 360.
Gotta
But-
be Hitman.
Oh, yeah.
I joke.
Lego.
I mean, the first 4 Hitmen were great. The one on the Xbox and PS3 were like, that was what, Absolution?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think so.
Yeah, that's the one with the machine gun nuns.
Oh yeah.
I wouldn't have enough experience in. Halo Reach is my like favorite 360 game.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mm.
I don't have
Everyone's-
enough experience with 360.
Yeah.
But the ones I've played, Halo Reach is my favorite one. It had a great story, man.
Halos were the best game.
Yeah.
I just like great that it's a very exclusive Xbox game, but I do not like it that it is a exclusive Xbox game because I'm a PS guy, and I would love to play Halo on PS.
Yes. Yeah.
Yes.
it
Oh,
could
but
have
it wouldn't
been-
have never
Yeah,
happened.
because that's how they make money.
Yeah, but
Honestly.
like, I would still say I prefer to play Halo on
PC.
PC.
yeah.
Yeah, PC is
I
like,
actually grew up playing Halo on PC.
same. Internet cafe runs and
Honestly.
Yeah.
on like what?
LAN
like yeah,
cables.
LAN
Yeah.
games.
Those were
Those were kick-ass.
technically that's how I grew up because my brother was like so like in uni. So all of his friends would like all get together, LAN connect their laptops, and they'll play Halo 1.
Oh yeah.
That was like the classic. And once I think they came over to our place and they were playing. And that time I didn't know much about Halo. And I played it and I was like a big fan of Halo since then. So since then it's been Halo. I tried playing Halo 2, but it wasn't as fun as Halo 1.
Yeah, Halo 2.
Even though the graphics they upgraded, but
yeah, it was
yeah.
like a midpoint. Halo
Mhm.
3 was really cool.
Oh yeah, that was
Yeah,
good.
and then Halo 4 and 5 and even Infinite is
Infinite.
like, it's all right. Like, the original trilogy is great. I think the last
Honestly.
great Halo game was Reach.
Yeah.
After that, it's sort of like,
I mean, they tried to build up and make new stories but
yeah, but like 3 was supposed to be the end.
honestly,
What do you think about the Halo series that came out?
Oh, it was-
2021, 23?
Man, last year, yeah.
last
yeah.
year.
So the
Okay.
first episode was pretty cool with the fight on the colony and everything.
Yeah.
And after that, everything just fell apart.
Yeah.
Uh,
And Master Chief gets a conscience and,
And like, yeah, he has to take
Katana
off
came
his...
out. Yeah. I
Oh, it is a
watched
shame.
the first 4 episodes.
Mhm.
I downloaded it.
What did you think of it?
Uh, I, I love Halo. I never played it, but I love it. I've seen the gameplays and everything. The series messed it up.
Yeah, yeah.
They could have got no. The guy is pretty good at Halo, but the story is
So have you played PlayStation's version of Halo?
there's which one?
You
Let's see.
PlayStation.
So basically, in like PS2 days, PlayStation created a franchise basically to compete with Halo.
Halo.
It is called Killzone.
Oh, I played Killzone. I have played Killzone.
I mean, I don't see the resemblance, but yeah,
I mean,
I played
it's not the resemblance, but it is their product to compete with Halo.
Halo.
and
And it was, but
I mean, yeah,
Killzone
Halo still
3
beats that.
was okay.
Mm-hmm.
But the other ones were
I think 2 is regarded as the best in the series.
Yeah.
But 2 had a huge controversy because when they announced it at E3, they used pre-rendered cutscenes and told people, "Oh, that's gameplay." So it was like, they made a CGI awesome,
Yeah.
like looking
They
demo.
gave false hope.
Yeah, and everyone was like, "Wait, this doesn't look real."
Yeah.
Uh,
That's like showing Keanu Reeves for Cyberpunk and not him not being there.
Oh man, I actually
Everyone would throw everything at.
so I actually went back to Cyberpunk like a month ago.
Oh, how is it?
It's actually pretty good now.
Yeah,
yeah.
I played it the
after
early
they
stages.
fixed all the
Yeah, after they
glitches
fixed-
and
I
stuff.
played the early stages.
Oh yeah.
Bless my soul.
Oh man, I feel for you. I feel for you.
There was this the taxi guy mission,
Uh-huh.
and you get his taxi. You know that one. At the end, the taxi gets stuck in the,
The concrete.
Concrete. and I had to redo all the missions again
yeah, man.
because I don't save.
Oh,
I don't
that's
know why.
sad. That's sad.
Yeah.
I think I went through a similar issue with an old game. I forgot which Terminator was this. But it was a Terminator game.
Oh, really? Wow.
So like you come out of, so the mission is you alone come out of the dome they were captured in and go to the outside wall.
Mhm.
And you're supposed to like survive and then drive through like another area, and that was just the beginning.
Yeah.
So I'm like driving through, and like at the back, I'm not driving. Sorry, I'm the gunner. So
Yeah.
I'm with the machine gun shooting all the robots and stuff. I'm driving through, and all of a sudden, like there's like emptiness, and I'm just falling down.
Oh,
And then
wow.
that's it. That's like even in the beginning of the game, and
Oh,
after
man.
that, I tried to restart, and
You clipped out of the map.
yeah, I'm like, come on, man.
But that's like because I was playing Spider-Man with my son last night.
Yeah.
And he was complaining, "Oh, the game is glitching out." No, I was like, "No, it's not glitching out.
You haven't
It's
seen
actually-
real glitch.
It's actually like games were jank back in the day.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
were not like as refined as the PS4 Spider-Man you're
yeah.
playing."
Which
We actually got used to those kind of games, and then when they upgraded it, and then we were like, oh, okay, it's more
Yeah, as
realistic.
time went on, like games become more refined.
yeah.
But yeah, we grew up with jank games
honestly.
with like weird mechanics and everything.
Thank you so much for tuning in and listening into our Level Up podcast. Please tune in for next week, same time, 4 to 6 p.m. as we continue our conversation with Krishneel Nand.